Rainbows and ripples are classic patterns for kids, and they hold a little nostalgia for us adults too. And I'm going to show you how to use that color palette with a really great kind of chevron-y ripple blanket. The coolest thing though is that it's going to go super quick because of this new yarn. We've got Bernat Softy Baby Chunky, which is a variation of an already popular yarn, Softy Baby, but it's a thicker gauge, which means speedier and also a little bit cozier too. We're going to take this and we're going to use a whole rainbow of colors to create a blanket, and I'm going to show you how to create the chevron or ripple pattern and how simple it is. For this project, you'll need Bernat Softy Baby Chunky, 1 ball each in color Candy Apple Red, Creamsicle, Buttercup, Sprout Green, Blue Lagoon, and Grape. You'll also need 3 balls in Fluffy Cloud White and a size USL 11 8mm crochet hook, or whatever size you need to obtain gauge. Ripple patterns are created by sets of heavy increases and decreases, which you can see here. And for this pattern, there's also this really nice ridge detailing, and that's created by working in just the back loop of a stitch. And I'm going to show you all of this now. I'm going to be working on smaller pieces though, just so it's easier for you to see in frame. So as with any crochet pattern, you're going to start with the foundation chain. And for this one, it calls for you to double crochet in the 4th chain from hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more. Okay, so that chain is going to count as one of your double crochets, and this is the other one. So then the pattern says at the end to call for, or this end of the row, 2 double crochets in the next chain, and then repeat that in the next chain as well. So double crochet, and then a second in that one. We've already started with our increases, and you can tell because it's curving down that we've kind of heavily increased. Then you're going to skip the next chain, which is right here, and go into this one. You're going to do 1 double crochet, skip the next chain, 1 double crochet, and you're going to do this for a total of 5 times. And because you're skipping that chain, you're now doing those decreases that we talked about before. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do 1 more. Skipping a chain, double crochet. Okay, skip another one. Now we're going to do our sets of increases. And for the body of this, we'll do 6 increases. We only did 3 at the beginning because it was an edge, as I said before. So for the next 6, we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch. You can see how fast this goes because of the chunky yarn and the L hook. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3 sets. Okay, we're halfway there. Okay, so now we have our 6 sets of increases, and you can see how that wave is forming. So now it's time to decrease again. So we're going to do those 5 single crochet or double crochets in 5 chains and skipping in between. So we're going to skip 1 chain, go into the next one, and then we're going to repeat that process 4 more times for a total of 5. Skip 1, and then in the last 3, we're going to do that. We're going to bookend it with the same increases that we did at the beginning. So we are going to do the 2 double crochets in those last 3. Oops. The last one can be a little persnickety. Okay, and so you've created your foundation wave. And this is obviously just a smaller piece because I wanted you to be able to see it. So from there, you're going to be ready to move on to row 2. That was row 1. I've got that set up and ready here. So we're at the end of row 1. We flip it over, turn, and we're going to chain 1. We're chaining 1 because this is a single crochet row, and one chain is the same height as a single crochet. We're going to single crochet in every double crochet from the row below. So you can see this is the stitch from the row below. It looks like a little raindrop. And you're just going to single crochet in every stitch all the way across. Okay? From there, you're ready for row 3. Now row 3 is almost identical to row 1. Well, there's a couple differences. You're not going to be working into chains, you're going to be working into double crochets. And the other thing is we're creating that ridge pattern I mentioned before. So we're going to work only in the back loops. So I mentioned a second ago how this looks like a little raindrop, the stitch. We're going to only be working in one of the legs of that raindrop. So again, we want this chain's going to count as that first double crochet, and we want 2 in the same stitch, so we're doing double crochet in that back loop, and same goes for the next one, and so on and so on. So you're working in the back loop, and that'll just create, this front leg creates that little ridge. One last thing I want to show you, I've worked up a couple of pattern repeats here. In a couple of colors. You can see how pretty the ribs have, or the ridges have come along. But I want to show you what you need to do to join another color. So you want to join at the end of a row, even though it feels like you should start at the beginning. It's much easier to do it at the end and it's cleaner looking. So we're at our last stitch, and this was a single crochet row. So I'm going into the last stitch, yarn over, pull through as I normally would, but instead of yarning over and pulling through with the existing color, this is where I'm going to join the new one. So I just lay over the loop, and that's the one that I pull through. Give it a little tug. Let's flip everything over. Now there's a ton of ends for this project, so another little tip that I can give you is when it's possible you can weave them in at the same time. So this is going to be a row 1. So you see this end right here. As I'm working in this loop, I can also work in the ends. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through both of those, and it's buried. And then continue as I would before. And then I go to the next one. Insert in the back loop, but I'm also grabbing that tail. And you would just do that until it's buried, and you can see that it's weaving it in as you go, which will save you a ton of time at the end. I don't know about you, I hate weaving in ends, and so this is a great solution. So you're just going to continue in that manner until you've got your entire rainbow palette and you've finished your blanket. And here's the finished result, an absolutely bright, saturated, and huggable blanket that is sure to get passed down from generation to generation. You can get the pattern for this as well as tons of other great patterns for Softy Baby Chunky at Yarnspirations.com.